We are live.
Alrighty, welcome, guys. To Work It Wednesday. I am obviously Jessica Villareal, Star Director of Team Achieve Dream. We have Lucy Lou on, and some other leaders on. I tried to pay attention as I was accepting people, but okay. So today we had a really good call last week, and I think it was a call that we needed. But now it's back to business. Now it's back to let's talk about the how-tos. And I don't think that we've had this call in per se about this particular topic, but I know we talk about these things all the time individually, but this is a training that would be really good for you to have a pen and a paper, because we are going to talk about IPAs. I didn't get any news, so we're gonna go straight into the topic. Anything I would say in the way of news is check your workstations. We do have a big launch that's launching tomorrow for the last, I believe, not the last, because I think still there's a few other products of the holiday collection that won't be launching tomorrow, but the 'Tis the Season warmer, which I'm so excited about. That's my warmer. I can't wait to get it. And then 2 of the plug-in night lights, whatever you want to call them. Those will be launching tomorrow. So other than that, there's not much in the way of news. But okay, so a lot of the times, and again, I always probably the one that tells y'all things you don't want to hear, but you need to hear. So first I want to say this is about IPAs. Can anybody chime in, unmute yourself, or type it in the chat if you know what an IPA is?
This is Crystal, income producing activities.
Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Okay, so an income producing activity is basically the day-to-day things that are going to leverage your paycheck to the max potential. Okay. A lot of the times you will hear me say IPA, and sometimes people are like, what the heck is an IPA? So that is what an IPA is. It's an income producing activity. A lot of people get sidetracked with the fluff. I was one of those people early into my business. I was newer and I was taking all the ideas, I was running with them, but then you can get sucked into the fluff, right? And that's all the extra stuff. I'm extra. I like being extra. But when it comes down to your paycheck, because at the end of the day, I totally get it, right? This business is a business. If you are on these calls and you are taking the time to do the work, I don't consider you per se a hobbyist. Some of us are newer than others, and that takes, into account. But I don't want to say that you are a hobbyist if you're on these calls. And that's the thing. We get on a call, we see something, and then we go try to replicate or put our spin on it. But then it takes us forever and we get sucked in. And I'm going to tell you what some of those time sucks are. That is what is called busy work, that you think and your mind's telling you, oh my gosh, I've been in my office for 3 hours. I've done all this stuff, but it's all fluff. It's all of the extra stuff that at the end of the day is not going to move the needle in your paycheck one bit. Okay. The fluff is the busy work. You tell yourself that you're doing. It makes your mind think, I've been busy all day. I've been working, right? But then you sit down and you realize and you tell yourself, okay, well, what did I do today? Nothing, literally. And all you did was scroll Facebook, Instagram. And I said scroll. Figure that out. I said scroll, not post. Not create a reel, not be strategic, because those are income producing. But if you're just scrolling and you're looking and taking ideas and thinking, and man, that looks good, but you're never taking action, that's fluff. Or One is the big one, because that can be a time suck for me if I don't have systems to make myself do the things that I know I need to do before I start scrolling Facebook and Instagram, right? And flyers. I am one that will advocate for creating your own flyer and your own graphics all day. But if it is going to take you, I believe that there's times and places for that, right? I do a lot of batch work. So when I'm sitting down and I carve out a specific time for me to do my graphics, I carve that time out to do that. And I sit there and I do those things, I close it and I'm done with it. But if I'm sitting there and it's taking me 4 hours after I have someone under some kind of understanding of how to work it, and I'm just being extra and doing the most, that's not going to move the needle for my business. Okay. So you don't have to have the perfect flyer. You don't have to have the perfect bow. You don't have to have the perfect tinsel and garland and go buy $50 at the Dollar Tree and come back. And then all you're doing all day is decorating packets that you're going to send out, but then you don't even send them out. That's fluff. That's the extra stuff. Okay. You don't have to make all the crafts. Okay. I'm a crafter. That all of those things are in my DNA. They is just the way I'm made up. I love to craft. I like to be extra. I like to be over the top. I like my graphics to look a certain way. And I get that there's a time and place for you to learn how to do those things when you're putting a little bit more time in. But then there's times when you can use it as an excuse to not work your business. And we don't want to put ourselves in that situation. Okay, that's the type of fluff that I'm talking about. So you realize, right? Maybe you're in that cycle and you get stuck in that cycle and then you realize, damn, I've been in my office for 3 hours, but what have I done income producing that is going to move me forward in my business and make my paycheck be bigger on the 10th of the month? And you realize that those bows, those cute samples that have to be perfect, aren't really going to move the needle if you're not doing them the right way. Okay. So that is the fluff. Okay. So now I want to talk about income producing activities. What are income producing activities? Well, I'm going to give you 5 of what I truly believe, and it's a short list of what income producing activities are. And these are the things. What I want you to understand is we only get paid on 2 things. Okay. That's it. We get paid on sales and we get paid on the productivity of our team. Really our front line. That's what we get paid off of. Okay. We don't get paid off having the cutest graphics. We don't get paid off having the cutest setups. We don't get paid off of having the cutest samples. We don't get paid having the cutest office. None of that matters. 2 things we get paid on: sales and the productivity of your team. That's it. Okay. So from that being said, I'm going to share 5 of the things that I feel are the most important bare bones of income producing activities. And I'm going to give you a few examples. After each one, if any of the leaders or even anybody wants to chime in, I'm gonna let you unmute yourself. Just please remember housekeeping rules. Mute yourself back up if you're, if it's loud, so that people who are watching the recording can hear. So number 1, first and foremost, booking parties. Okay. And having booking conversations. And I'm going to tell you, each one of these income producing activities, you should, and I don't care, or I don't want to hear that, oh, you're new, so you don't think you need to have a system. No, you're new. And that is the main reason why creating a system is going to help you, opposed to someone that's already been in the business for so long and is set in their ways. And it's hard for you to change those ways because you have to change up what you've been doing for so long that probably is not working if you don't have a system. Each one of these things needs to have a system attached to it, because at the end of the day, if you're working these 5 things, there's no way you can fail in your business. And it's going to increase your paycheck. Okay. Number 1, book parties and have booking conversations. Let's talk about why parties in any format. I'm not just saying Facebook party. I'm not just saying pouch party. I'm not just saying text party. I'm not saying just one, but parties in general. Why is it better than an individual order? It is better because there is a ratio. Okay. If you have one-on-one sales and that is all you're doing, you guys have heard me talk about you cannot just chase the sale. If you're only reaching out to 5 people a month to get a sale, that's probably why you're struggling to get to $200 and become active. Okay. So having parties with one party, it could potentially bring you 20 new sales, 10 to 20, right? Imagine having 3 parties a month, what that's going to do to your business compared to just making 5 sales a month. Okay, that's going to change your business. That is why booking parties is the way to go. I'm not saying it has to be a home party or only a Facebook party or only a pouch party. Parties in general, anything where you have someone who is bringing you people, right? If you have someone that you know that is a friend and they go and text 5 of their friends, mom, dad, sister, brother, and they bring you back $200 in orders, guess what? Ding, 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 that's a party because you are getting 5 sales from those people opposed to just one. That is why booking parties and having parties is one of the biggest income producing activities. And I'm going to tell you what a lot of your day looks like. A lot of people's days look like, I'm going to go get the cute samples. I'm going to buy all the felt. I'm going to buy all the ribbon. I'm going to buy all the bags. I'm going to sit there and try to do Canva, and I'm going to sit there and try to do this. At the end of the day, you close that computer and you're like, damn, I was in here all day, but you didn't have one booking conversation. That was not income producing. None of it was, because it's not moving the needle on your business at the end of the month. Okay. Number 1, booking parties. Number 2, follow-ups. Okay. Each one of these things has to be done weekly. This is not a once a month type thing. The needle needs to be moved weekly in your business. And number 1, the booking parties, you should have a system. I have shared with you guys in the Google Drive my customer connection follow-up system. Whether you use that, you use a spiral with a pen and paper. Who you're talking to about possibly hosting parties and possibly being a host. Put their name, what they said, if they said yes or no, or if they said next month on the 10th. Those things, I don't care if you write it down. I don't care if you use my spreadsheet. I don't care if you make your own, but you need to have some type of system for that, because that is how you're going to keep track. And people that get $2,000 in sales and have 5 or more parties a month, they keep track of that stuff. Number 2, follow-ups. You guys know that we have trained on follow-ups so much in so many ways, but I want everybody to tell me in this chat, who does follow-up consistently on a weekly basis? Like, you carve out 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, 2 days out of the week. Do you have a system for follow-up that you're saying, I'm putting this time aside to do just that and nothing else? Do you have that, and who does not? Okay, I just started follow-ups. That's good. I just started doing it. Good. And do you have a system for it? Do you have a way that you keep track of it? I have a follow-up system that I've shared with you guys. It's on the drive. I have shared way back, which is probably one of my biggest YouTube videos that has over 20,000 views, that so many Scentsy consultants have used over the years, is the binder follow-up system. There's Amy. If you want to get techie and use an app. But if you're not keeping up with this on a weekly basis, then you're not making it income producing. You're just kind of, I'll do it when I get the chance. And it becomes something that's just second to mind. But that is the second most, Amy, but but going to go hybrid with pen and paper. Okay. Building your customer base, you have to have a system behind it. Find your system, whether it be, like I said, pen and paper, digital, spreadsheet, whatever that system looks like for you. And I'm going to tell you, like I've said several times before, if you're not using it, the system is broke. I don't care how great it is. I don't care if the top superstar director in the company is using it. And if you are not using it, the system is broken and you got to find another way. You have to find what's going to work for you. You definitely go look and see what other people are doing, put your swing on it, how you work your business, how it's going to benefit you right now. But you have to have a follow-up system, and it needs to be done weekly, or else you're going to struggle with having sales and booking more parties and sharing the opportunity. Okay, so number 2 was follow-up. Okay, let's see, 2. Where did that go? Okay, 2. Oh, okay, I had it backwards. Okay, number 3, weekly. Now, sampling with intention. If I said just sampling, then I would say that's not income producing. Okay, you have to sample with intention. Do you have a system? Do you have a piece of paper that you're utilizing to write down the person's name, what sample you sent them, if you're following back up with them, if they liked it, if they didn't, and if you're going back to ask for the sale afterwards, right? We've talked about bulk sampling. Bulk sampling, for anybody that doesn't know what bulk sampling is, that's what I do. That is what we have trained for you guys to do, especially if you guys are signed up for the scent and the warmer of, or just the scent of the month. We bulk sample most of the time with the scent of the month, right? So one time a month, I put aside the time, and it's usually the week or within days that I get my scent of the month. I make room spray samples of that. I make felt samples of that. I make my 50 flyers with that. And that is what I gauge to send out. I usually make more than that because those 50 don't last me, because I have that many parties and I'm connecting with that many people, and 50 is not going to cut it. I mean, I've been doing more like 200 samples a month because I'm having that many parties and that I'm in front of that many people. So I had to up it. But again, even with that, I still take time to bulk sample, because this is the thing. If you're saying, oh, I'm only going to do 10 or I'll do 20, and then, when they run out, or next week I'll do another 5. Next week comes and you probably still didn't even send out those first 10. Or you say, I can't send anything out because I don't have any samples made. Is there a video where we can see how to make samples other than the wax ones? Trying to learn how to make, there's tons of YouTube videos. Just go Google like room spray samples, or there's tons of videos. If you even go to our group page, go to the search bar. I've gone live a few times when I've been doing like washer whiff samples, counter clean samples, a lot of different samples like that. But the thing is, if you're sampling and you're just doing the drop and dash, or you're just giving somebody something and you're not following up with them, and you don't have a system attached to it, you might as well get your scent of the month, your room spray, your felt samples, those 50, if you're doing the minimum of 50, and you might as well go throw them in the garbage can, because if you're not following up with them, you have a wish and hope strategy, and that's not a business strategy. A business strategy is having a way to keep track of it, to write it down, and to follow back up with that customer, so you can say, oh girl, did you absolutely love windowsill breeze in, I don't know, the washer whisk, or let's say cozy cardigan, because that comes in another scent. And that's another thing. Did you absolutely love cozy cardigan in that, I don't know, hand cream or whatever? And they say, oh my gosh, well, did you know it also comes in a fragrance mist? And that's a way to get them used to trying something else of a scent that they absolutely like. But if you're not having that follow-up conversation with them, they're in limbo. Your sample is in limbo. Nobody's touching it. Nobody's coming back to it. and it's just kind of there, and you're leaving money on the table, and it doesn't become income producing if you're just making the samples and hoping and wishing that somebody's going to come back and order. So that is number 3. Number 4, this should be something that you do daily. And I'm going to share my systems very short and sweet with you at the end of how much time I put into each one of these things and how they are in my calendar and my checklist. And I try to check them off every day. And if I don't check them off, then I know I need to check myself, and I need to go back and put in that time to fill those pieces that I did not work my business, because at the end of the day, nothing else matters but these 5 income producing activities, because nothing else is going to raise my paycheck on the 10th but these things. Number 4, share the opportunity. If you're not doing this, and I don't care if you're new. A lot of people think I'm new, so I'm not going to share because I don't know everything. Let me tell you something. Let me just be the bearer of amazingness. Because, guys, I'm going to let Lucy chime in because she knows. There is so many people's uplines that they ain't actively working their business. Okay? It could be a superstar director at the top of the pay plan, and they don't actively work their business nor train their team. Okay? And I want you guys to understand that you got it real good, because you have a hell of an active upline. You have someone that is willing to go in the trenches and hold your hand and show you and 10 of your team members how to be successful if you're willing to put in the time to connect and make it happen. So you cannot use the excuse that you're new and that you don't know how, because we know how, and we know how to help you, and we have all the tools in place for you and your team members to be successful if that is the route that you want to take. But you have to get that misconception that you're new or that you don't know enough away, that you need to offer the opportunity from the get-go. I'm going to tell you, every leader that I know within the company will tell you, if they could go back and change anything to make their success have happened faster, it would have been to share the opportunity sooner than they did. So tap into that, use that, be grateful that you have that, because I'm going to tell you, not every consultant's journey is the same. And am I saying that you have to have great upline to be successful? No, but it's a hell of a lot easier. I'll tell you that. Okay. So that is sharing the opportunity. I'm not going to go into how, but sharing the opportunity. As you guys know, the main and the best way right now to do that is offering the Earn a Kit to every single, to anybody with every single $200 or more party that you close every single time you close that party. If you are not asking someone actively every single day, or if you're not asking someone every single time you close a party, you're literally throwing a discounted kit down the drain every single time you close that $200 party or more, because it's not going to affect your free and half price product if you know how to do it correctly. You're literally, as long as you have a penny left, you can offer somebody a chance to join at $59. If you want to give them your host credits, you can, and it's even cheaper. But if you don't want to give nothing away, you can still have someone join for $59 coming straight from Scentsy, and you don't lose a dime. But if you're not asking, you're missing out on a potential rock star every single time you close a party and you don't ask. Okay?
Let me just chime in on that. Well, 2 things. Offering it's me, Lucy. Offering that kit when you have to close a party that's 200. Don't have that mindset. I know you probably hear this over and over and over, but that's just what we're going to do, because we need you guys to implement this, I don't know, this tool that we have that we could work it in our business. watch your numbers. If you're close to a promotion, if you are new, you're you're building your business, you're building your clientele, you should be building your team right away. So watch your numbers, because as you are offering this kit, you could be so close to promotions, like so fast. You do not know the opportunity that a new consultant has. Y'all have it way more better than someone that's been in the business for 10 years, because we could, if like Jessica and myself and any other star directors, we only have one more level of promotion to do, and to get there, it's excuse my language, it's fucking hard. But you guys have it so much easier, and your excitement when you come in of you sharing the business and then you offering that kit, guys, y'all could be growing your team by 10 people a month, seriously. And if you change that mindset of, I don't want to use my hostess rewards on that, even if you get, even if it's just a penny, or even if you use your whole hostess rewards on that for that amount, you're going to have many other times that you could use your half price items. You know what I mean? Like, give it away. Give it away. Yes, I understand you're new, but if you give it away, think about, what if that person's a rock star and they come in starting today, and then tomorrow they have 20 people join their team. Do you know where that leaves you? That's your power of one, and your business is going to take off so freaking fast. You're literally going to have to tie up your shoelace and be ready to run with that person. So share that opportunity, use that kit. And when we speak about upline, and we're not trying to tell y'all to praise us or bow down to us, because we are here and offering all these trainings for you guys, and here to be with you through this journey, literally show you all the things to do and not to do, and our mistakes and what worked for us and stuff like that. We're not trying to, like, for y'all to bow down and, oh yes, y'all are so great. We don't want, it's not what we want to hear. We just want you to know, it's just like us speaking to our kids. We've been through this. We know what, and we haven't had that leadership above to help us. We've learned basically on our own failures. And I know we've made so many mistakes throughout our business, and even showing and learning and training you guys, but it's a learning process. And we're here for it. We've always been here for you guys. So do these things that we share with you guys, and like all the income producing activities, IPA, is that what it's called? I what? Today Jessica's like, I'm gonna speak on blah blah. I'm like, what's that? I don't know abbreviations, just tell me the whole word. But I'm saying, like, doing those income producing activities, it's basically taking action. Jessica, what's that other man? What does man mean? The massive action
now.
So yeah, every time you need to, like, take action, or every time you're just sitting there in your office or your dining area, wherever your Scentsy space is in your home, and you think you're working your business because you have your cell phone in your hand or you have your laptop open, think of man. I'm sure y'all think of plenty of men. Think of man, like, massive action now. Am I taking action right now? What I'm doing at the moment going to help me in my business tomorrow? So yeah, let me mute because the dog's barking.
Can I just chime in and say, this is Ashley. I just want to chime in and say that we get it. There's, like, I told the girls today that I needed a virtual slap. Literally, I told them, I was like, I need y'all to, like, send me a virtual slap and be like, Ashley, get out your head and do something with your life in your Scentsy business today. So do not think that it's just y'all, it's us too. We get in our heads and we get in our feelings as well. So don't think that it's y'all. Reach out to us if you're feeling stuck or just kind of blah, reach out to us. That's what we're here for. Like, we're literally like begging and telling y'all like we're here, and it's like we're getting crickets. And
But don't come
it's
with excuses, though. Don't come with
Yeah.
excuses of why you cannot work your business, because let me tell you things of I could tell you
Right.
1,000 reasons right now why I can't work my business, but I'll be down.
Amen.
I've been working my business.
Amen.
And I may not have numbers for you at the beginning of the call, but that's okay.
Right. Exactly. Like, but just know we're here. We understand, but like we're still having to do the damn thing too. Unfortunately, we can't stop what we're doing. We still got to be moms, and I don't have a job, but some of y'all do. So just know we get it. Like, we're not just robots up here repeating the same thing. So I just wanted to share that. Like, we get it. Like, don't feel like
we
you're
are
the only one.
so blessed. We're so blessed to have this business opportunity, guys. When you see this Scentsy business or Scentsy opportunity as a blessing instead of a burden, that's when you'll work this as a business. I don't care if you get home at 12 midnight. I don't care if you have 2 jobs. You have 2 jobs when you should just have, because I have a full-time job, but you have to have like that one full-time job if that's what it is. But if you have a part-time job after that, like, why? I get it. You need income like right now, but you have this business that can make you more money than your part-time job that you're making money right now. And I get it. You need money right now. Like, I get it. I'm not trying to like put anybody down whatsoever. But what I'm trying to say is, if you treat this as a blessing and not a burden, you will literally treat it like a business and take care of it like a business.
Can I add one thing too?
Yes, ma'am.
Can y'all hear me? This is Janica. So I want to touch on like what Lucy just said. So she is currently moving and all kinds of crazy things, and everything in her life is going on right now. And she posted for the leaders today that she needed help, basically, that, for us to post and help her out and whatever. And I wanted to extend that to everybody. I hope that that's okay with y'all, but I posted a few things today, and I want to extend that all the way down the line, because I'm telling you, nothing hypes me up more than seeing like other people within our group like posting something cool that they did or something that worked for them and whatever. So I think that we should all be trying to help each other, and y'all do so much for us, and I feel like we should all like go together on that, especially in moments where we're not feeling as pumped up or whatever. It's good to see somebody else, feeling pumped up, because nothing hypes me up more than that. So that was all.
Exactly. That literally motivates us and inspire us and lets us know, okay, they're working. Let me do this because they're working, or let me do this. Like, no thing is a little thing. Like, when you pass out a sample and you got someone's contact, mark out their contact information and say, look what I did today. I got someone's contact while, because I gave them a sample. Share what you're doing for your business on the daily. You do not have to be at a specific title in this business to do that. Our pages are for you guys. They're not for us. Because if it was just for us leaders would probably just be on our own group. And it's not that way. So it doesn't matter if you're essential, certified, star, superstar, whatever title you're at, that does not matter. We are on the same group and we're in the same team, and we need to be helping each other and just showing what you're doing for your business, because you could be helping someone else. So post, that's what the group is for. That is what it's for. Share. No thing is a dumb thing. It's dumb because y'all don't share. Let me just say it like that.
Yes, and yes. So share your opportunity. Everything what the girl said, like ditto. So that was number 4, was sharing the opportunity. And the last thing that I'm going to say, because our world and our businesses have definitely changed in 2020. We are nowhere like our businesses were prior to 2020 and pre-COVID. So I added this one because it has been, I mean, I'll be totally honest with you. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody works their business in different ways, but 95% of my business is online. And I love it like that. I'm an introvert at heart. So if I could be in these little 4 walls right here and I can make the paycheck that I'm making right now, I'm all for it. So number 5 is create a social media strategy for the 4 things that I just talked about: booking parties, follow-ups, sampling with intention, and sharing your opportunity. That may include something like because a lot of the times I don't think a lot of people think about these type of things, but I'll just tell you, Instagram is my platform of choice. That is the one. Yeah, I post here and there in other places. I upload my videos to YouTube with my team trainings and things like that. But my strategic platform that I literally schedule out content for is Instagram. And some people may say, oh, you're just on Instagram for this, or you're just on it. Nah, there's a reason why I'm on Instagram like that. I have strategies behind that, because I'm not just crossing my fingers and hoping that I'm gonna get more followers, or that I'm gonna find those people. That I'm actively, strategically making up a monthly plan of what I'm gonna put, what my video or what my post is gonna be about for that day. And it's focused around sales, sharing my opportunity, following up with my customers and letting them know that I'm going to give them the utmost customer service, and booking more parties. And there I have become a master at that craft online, because that is my favorite part of running my business. So sales, I post how I'm using my product, and that is part of my monthly strategy. When I go in and I labeled out what I'm going to post for the month or for that week, I'll put a particular product that I'm going to focus on, and I do a quick little snippet video of it and I share it. 2, follow-ups. I follow up a lot through Messenger and through Instagram and text, because I use a system called Project Broadcast. So following up with my customers is, again, same thing. I make a strategy on how to do that. Number 3, hosting parties. Number 3 was number 3. Booking parties was the first one. So what I do a lot of, if you follow me on Instagram, is I'm going to go take a screenshot of my hostess, like in my workstation. I won't put any of her information, obviously, but I go every single time that I close a party that has a host, I screenshot that and I put a big old colorful circle around how much free product they got. And I post that on Instagram, and it goes into my Let's Party highlight. So when people are coming and they're searching and they're looking at all my little highlights on the top, they know that these people, because I'm putting it on there, right? There's a strategically a space where people can go and see that my folks get free and half price product. When I'm doing a Facebook party in my office and I'm doing that, I'm going to do a quick little video. Hey guys, getting ready to have one of my Facebook parties with my host. You can also get free and half price product like this. That's income producing, because I'm trying to book more parties. But I'm creating a social media strategy for that income producing activity. Sharing my opportunity. 90% of what I do is wrapped around that, because I have a graphic that has unlock kit, $59 or less. $59, I think, what did I say, $59 or less? I have a graphic, and it's in a photo album on my phone. Every single time that I know I'm about to close a party, and if it doesn't have a host attached to it, guess what's going on my Instagram and on my Facebook and in my VIP group? Hey guys, I got an unlock kit. If you ever thought about doing what I'm doing, message me right now, because it's only good for so long. Those are things that I have strategically put in place. And I have a highlight on my Instagram that says, why Scentsy? I have a highlight on my Instagram that says, my tribe. Every single time I get a new person, I strategically am putting that in front of my followers' faces every single day. So that is a big one for me. And I added that. So I want to show you just my daily checklist. And this one has September, because at the end of September, I went digital, and it's in my iPad. My iPad's dead, and it's in my purse in the living room. And you wouldn't be able to see the screen anyway. But this digital image is on my iPad. And I'm going to show it to you guys. It's probably going to be backwards. I don't know how Zoom works. But so this is the daily checklist, right? And I have tasks. These are my income producing tasks. Before I even go in, and this is my system. This is how I work my systems. This is my monthly to-do checklist. And this is my week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. All of this is digitally in my iPad, and I literally cross it off with a highlighter just like that. Now, I have a lot more things because I am a leader with a lot more people in my team compared to some other people. Somebody may be new, so you don't need to do all of this, right? But start with some type of system, some type of basic plan of what you need to do monthly, because everybody should be bulk sampling. So that should be on your monthly checklist, and you should have it by what date you want to do that. Okay. Some of those things, you create that, because guys, I'm telling you, if you think I'm new, I don't need a system. No, it's going to be 10 times easier for you to start something basic and solid now, instead of trying to backpedal like me and Lucy 5 years in the game. I promise you, I'm telling you, learn from the mistakes we made. So the most important, before I even go to look at any of this, because this stuff right here is more stuff that is gauged towards my team. There is some things for my personal business, but the samples, all that, I tell myself, Jessica, don't even look at that. You ain't got no business looking at anything on here until you ain't checked off these things you need to do for your business, not your teams, not anybody else's. If you ain't working your business, you don't got nothing. Leave that fluff alone, because you need to be hitting $2,500 a month. That is my goal, because I will be earning annual sales, $2,500 a month, and 2 new team members. If I'm not having these things and doing these things, I cannot move on to more, to all the extra stuff. I have tried to engrave that in my head, because I worked my business like a chicken with my head cut off for many years. And I had a little bit of success, but I couldn't maintain. And I felt like I was spinning my wheels. And now that I have systems in place, I feel like I can breathe. It's the last day of the month, and guess what? Your girl ain't scrambling for $500 because I'm already over 2,000. So having systems is the best thing you can do for your business. And I'm going to tell you, look, these are the systems. So 30 minutes of new connections. I got to be building my customer base and my network. Even if they ain't customers, my network. I love to work my business through a lens of attraction marketing. I don't like to beg nobody, and I ain't fixing to beg you to buy. I'm going to be the best Jessica I can be, and I'm going to attract those people that are my people. Those people that connect with me on something other level other than Scentsy. Those are the people that I am attracting to me by the things that I post, by the things that I do, how I share. Some people may say, this girl shares too much. It's okay, but you don't understand my strategy. My strategy is to do just that, because that is how I get people to connect with me, where I ain't begging and chasing nobody for an order, a party. I'm having an excessive flow because I'm that active on social media, okay? So am I having 30 minutes of new connections? However that looks for you. But are you taking that chunk of 30 minutes and are you doing that? Check those off. Next one is 30 minutes of host and join conversations. And I actually do 30. I kind of join them together, but I've been doing 30 minutes of just host and 30 minutes of talking about people that want to possibly join, or being intentional on posting those things. You cannot just post Scentsy thinking you're going to get orders right away. You can't. That's a hope and wish strategy. That isn't a strategy that you have down on paper and you're keeping track of. So 30 minutes of host conversations and 30 minutes of join conversations. Post on my IG feed. And if you guys know how IG works, I'm talking about one post a day in my grid, right? That's a post. So I make at least minimum one post. I have been actually more active than one, but one post. That is my goal, and I check it off. Schedule posts in my VIP group. That is something that I need to be doing daily because those are my bread and butter. Those are the closest people. These are the people that are actively buying for me. These are the people that I need to spoil. These are my Scentsy Club subscribers. These are the heart and soul of my business. And if I'm not connecting with these people somehow, one, they're going to go somewhere else. They're not going to be loyal because people do it all the time. But if I take care of my customers, I promise you they're not going to want to go anywhere else. And then schedule posts in my team group page. And usually I have that like through ScentShare. I kind of have it automated. Or I just post on the fly, just kind of by how the day goes, what I see people interacting, how I see people, or what I see our numbers are missing, or if they're low, or if our recruiting is low, then I focus on that post for that day. But I check those things off because I need to worry about my personal business first. You know, for many years, I probably had a ratio of 60% of time was thrown into my team and 40% was on my business, and my business struggled. I was one of those leaders that would only hit $500 a month because I was so focused on training my team. And I'm going to tell you, you cannot do that. If you fall victim to that, your business is going to struggle. You have got to keep your business active. You have to, or else your business will die. It literally will die. So this, I think I have it in the drive. If I don't, I will upload it. I made this in Canva, and well, I guess I could share the Canva template. I think I did share. I'll go look. But you could, if you have Canva, you can just, change. All this will be the same, and it's only one. So when I print this, I print 4 to a sheet. It's just an image, and I print 4 to a sheet, and then I just labeled it like week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. But this keeps me focused on what's important, and it does away with all the fluff. Like, girl, bye. You can't come over here unless you've done what matters, right? And the only other thing that I will show you guys, and then I will open it up for question and answer, but the only other thing I will show you is I have had to like keep it simple. It's in your Team Achieve the Dream folder. Awesome, Marissa, thank you. So I've had to keep it simple, and there's a lot of different type of spreadsheets out there, but I made this spreadsheet to go with my income producing activities, right? Because I need to keep track of anybody that's possibly going to order, because that sells. Think about how many times you have somebody say, oh, girl, I really love that, but I can't do it until payday. And you say, oh, okay, I'll follow up with you on payday. What do? Write it on a sticky note, or maybe you don't even write it down, or you put it somewhere else that you don't go and open, and then you forget to follow up with that person, right? And I need to know if I'm having 30 minutes of host conversations, what the people are saying. Are they saying they're going to host? Are they saying they're going to do it now and they book a party? Are they saying they're going to do it next month? Are they saying, what are they saying? And I need to have a list of those people that are telling me that they might possibly want to think about joining my team. And so I created this customer connection follow-up customer service. So I found that I was having so many little sticky notes here, there, here, everywhere. So I needed one full list that was going to keep track of all of it. So when it's time to do my 30 minutes of connection, this is my spiral that I keep up with on how and what people are saying. Simple system, doesn't have to be hard, but it works for me. And I have the name, the date that I followed up with them or that I had the conversation. If somebody tells me they want to order next week, I check the order one and I put what they said and the date that I'm supposed to follow up with them. If somebody talks about possibly hosting a party, I'm going to put their name and what they said. Anybody that talks about the joint opportunity, I'm going to put their name and what they said. Anybody that possibly orders or tells me anything about my VIP group, I'm going to put their name here and check VIP. And customer service is a lot of times I would get some of my customers, and I'm going to tell you, this right here has helped me tremendously with that. You're going to get a customer that's going to say, hey, my warmer's not working anymore. You give them a bulb, the bulb doesn't work, and their warmer's messed up. So you got to chat with Scentsy. That's what I do. I don't ever call unless I'm a call. Just chat when I'm at work. Or if you call, you call. But how many times do you have that connection with the person? You write it down or you have it in here and you forget. I did that all the time. Not anymore. Immediately when somebody tells me, I go and I write it on my list and I say, her whatever warmer's not working. So I know I need to call Scentsy. I need to chat with Scentsy. And then I mark it off. This one is one that I had in my right here. So I would mark them off and highlight them once I took care of it. So that's how I kept track of that. So income producing activities, guys, there's not a lot, but a lot of people fail to do them. They fail to do those because they want to do the fluff, and the fluff is not going to leverage our paycheck one bit. So if anybody has any questions, you want to chime in about something, now is your time.
I'll say one more thing, Janica again.
Go ahead.
I don't think that new people or even maybe seasoned people really understand what it means when we say stuff like just posting what we have for sale doesn't make the sale. And we say things about how we share and not sell. I don't think that they really understand what that means. I've really tried to work hard on my team and helping them understand that. But if you make a post on Facebook of a warmer and say $45, message me for details or something, people are like, okay, that's spammy. What it means to share instead of sell is to grab your counter clean bottle and make a quick video. I mean, you have your phone in your hand all the time, use it. Make a quick video of yourself spraying down your counter and cleaning it, post that to your story. Take an actual photo of your warmer in your home. When you get a new wax bar, like today, I got the marshmallow mint. I don't even know the whole name of it. Bar or brick in, and oh my God, it's amazing. So I shared that everywhere, and I've had like 6 people message me, hey, can I have a sample? What does that smell like? Oh, I think I want that one. But if I go post just to generalize, like, hey, this warmer's coming and it's this amount of money, people do not respond to it most of the time. People respond to actual like interaction and you using the product. So if you're not doing that already, make sure you start to gear your business in the direction of sharing and not selling. And if you're still not sure, even after this explanation of what that means, go look at any of our social medias in general, like any of our highlights, our Instagrams, any stuff like that, and that will give you a better idea of what that means. Because selling stuff is spammy, sharing stuff is a personal experience.
Can I add something to that?
Yes,
My
ma'am.
personal experience with that is I agree because I tend to do a lot of the posting. And hey, let me know if you're interested. This is Janet Saavedra, by the way. And let me know if you're interested. Like for example, with the warmer with the villains, I posted a ton of little Canva things. And oh man, my face is really big. I posted a ton of Canva stuff that I made, really cute little things. And I didn't get anybody. But then when I did an unboxing of my warmer that got here to me. And I did, I went live unboxing my Villains warmer. And immediately, right after finishing, I had an order. And so, I know that that customer had seen my posts, never commented, never even liked it. When it was just like, hey, let me know if you want one. But then the minute that I started the unboxing, he started commenting on like everything I said about the warmer, the detail, everything, and immediately ordered the warmer and the villains wax. So I do agree with what you guys are saying, because it is working and I see it in my business.
That one more thing, sorry. That also goes for joining. Um, Posting the flyer over and over of $99, $99, here's the kit, check it out, join my team, does not do as much as sharing things that your team is doing, sharing things that you are doing with your Scentsy money, or you know what I mean? Like sharing the experience of Scentsy is what you have to do to not only sell but recruit as well. And I've really learned that over the past couple of years, and it's super crucial for you guys to gear yourself in that direction.
Yes, ma'am. I feel like a lot of people don't look at the opportunity as a product. And I think that the opportunity is the best product that you have to offer. And when you change your mindset about that and you understand that every single post, every single story or video that you're doing, one thing that I learned on I've taken a lot of social media training, and one of the biggest things that I have learned is every single time I go to post something, I post with intention. Like I sit there and I ask myself, if I were to look at this, what would I do? What would I think? How would I react? And if it's something that I wouldn't react to, I'm not going to post it. Because if it's something I would scroll over, I'm not going to post it. Like, I know that in this day and age that we are so consumed by an overload of emails and texts and posts and social media. How do I want to stand out? And my opportunity is my biggest product. So I'm always going to highlight that more so than an actual physical product. But I think a lot of people get stuck on worrying about, yes, sales are definitely important, but your opportunity is just as important. Christy said, so I did an unboxing in my VIP group and got nothing. People watched, but no one commented. And yeah, same thing that Janica said. It's just repetitive, doing it over and over, doing other things in there that, a lot of people, and this is something that I learned too, just more recently than sooner. A lot of people think in their VIP groups, right, where they have these people that are they are the soul of their business, right? Because these are the people that are always buying. A lot of people think all they should do in there is post sales pictures, right? And that's the opposite of what you want to be doing. Like, I literally have done more of personal connection in my VIP group, and it has done 10 times better. Maybe if I'm getting something new for my office, right? And I don't know what to get, and maybe I'm at IKEA, I'll do a quick little video like, hey guys, I'm trying to redecorate my office. This one or this one, like, what do you think? Comment below. Because I want people to interact with me on another level apart from me just making them seem like they are another dollar to my business. Like, yes, sales are important, but my people are more important than that. Sometimes when I feel like, I'm definitely my DNA is an encourager. That's just who I am. I don't know if you guys follow the Enneagrams, but I'm an 8. And that is an encourager, an uplifter, a teacher per se. And it's in me that, sometimes I just feel like I need to get something on my chest. Like, I don't know who needs to hear it, but I'm going to tell you because something is telling me that I need to speak it. And I'll get on my VIP group and I'll talk about, I'm getting up, working out. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you know what I mean? Like, if you've been struggling and you ain't worked out, or you haven't put in personal time for yourself and your self-care, get up and go take a walk today. And you'd be so surprised at how much more engagement you get when you connect with people on that level. So I hope that helps you.
And it all boils back to building relationships, connecting with someone, like building relationships. Of course, don't just get on there and try to sell, because it is going to be dead. And mine was there at one point. It's barely building back up. And I speak of my VIP page because of that. And Jessica shared, that same thing that she just shared with y'all, she shared with me, and I started doing a little bit more of personal things, and it's building up again. Because people want to be on that page, and yes, they're your customers, but at the same time, you're a real human being, and you need to be real on what you're doing in your everyday life, because you're going to connect with someone in that way. So just building that relationship. Of course, don't stop just because you didn't get any interaction at that time. And like Janica mentioned, posting videos, that's why stories, Instagram stories has really changed this year for me, because I'm posting videos. I was never a video person. I'm never a person that likes to go live. I'm not even a person that likes to get on Zoom and speak. It's just not my thing. But I could take pictures all day long. But yes, I'm behind the camera with my kids or with my animals, with the product. I'm just not posting product. But in my stories, I'm comfortable doing a couple seconds, being in the video, spraying my bed, spraying my counters, sharing my fragrance flower on my office desk. Like, I'm comfortable doing those things. And now that I see that I'm getting sales, of course, I'm going to keep doing those things. But you have to be in the camera with your product. And then you have to build relationships in your VIP or your personal page.
Yes, ma'am. That's so true. So true. I mean, video comes easy for me. So, hey, baby, video comes easy for me, and it's just what I like. Again, I'm an introvert, so I would rather do 10 videos than literally go into somebody's home and do a home party. I know it sounds so crazy. People are like, what? You're so good at what you do. You could, no, like, I am like sweating and I don't even want to pull up. Like, I'm an introvert, but that's why video comes easier for me because nobody's talking back to me. So, but it's just consistency, just like Lucy said. And this is obviously, I know, because we talk every day. Lucy's never liked video. She doesn't like, we tell her all the time, everybody wants to hear, there's people out there that want to hear you, but that hasn't been her. But I remember when Instagram stories came out, she would tell me, because she would like, nope, I don't want to do a YouTube video. Nope, I don't want to do a YouTube video. I don't know. But then when Instagram stories were like started and it became the big thing, she goes, oh, I can do 10 seconds real good. And
sure did.
Done it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not perfect because we, being on the Instagram stories, that's more like the behind the scenes. Like, you don't have to like be polished, and you don't have to, have a background. You got to do all that. You don't even got to show your face in actuality if you really didn't want to, even just to start. Even though I always say your face is your biggest asset. You know what I mean? Because that's how people connect with you. But she does amazing, like with her Instagram, even though she was a person that didn't like video.
Like, we're totally opposite on that part, as Jessica being introvert and she could work her business online and do her parties online. I would prefer to be in your house having having a beer with you while I'm sharing Scentsy. You know what I mean? Like, I would want to build that relationship that way, like face to face. And I like being around people. I like, just talking and stuff like that. Like people talking back to me. So that's where we're different in our businesses. But yeah, just learning to just change a couple things and making it work, and do it works.
Yep. Um,
I'm the same. I'm like Lucy. Like I I have no problem walking up to a stranger and literally starting a whole new conversation. The girls will tell you anytime we're on a trip, they're like, Ashley, go ask that person where we can find something to eat. And I will. I'll be like, hey, do y'all live here? Where can I find food? Like, I have no problem just walking up to complete people and talking. The online stuff, I'm like, if I'm gonna be real honest with y'all, if I didn't have a Scentsy business, I would not be on social media. Straight up. It's not my thing. It's not my jam. I tell the girls all the time, but every month I go live in my VIP group, and this is kind of for Christy a little bit. I think I said her name right, saying how she didn't get no interaction. I've done parties where my host hasn't even shown up and nobody commented. I still did the 30-minute live, like it just straight up talking to myself, answering my own questions. And like Blanca said, you got to be funny. You got to joke around a little bit. I hardly ever mention prices. I tell them if they want more information to private message me, just because that kind of keeps it a little less salesy. But like the girl said, just keep doing it regardless of necessarily the comments or the likes. People are watching, even though they're not commenting or like saying anything. I promise they're watching. Like I said, I get my club box every month, and I do my whiff box. I do a unveiling of the whiff box, and I went from nobody getting a whiff box to I have 10 people who get a whiff box every month. So if you stay consistent with it, it will pay off. Like the girl said, just learn to have fun with it and joke around. So give it time.
for sure.
Just to add to that, so I would say I'm kind of a introvert as well, but money is the motivation. Okay. So if I have to go to a home party and do a home party, or if I have to go to a vendor event or whatever it may be, like I'm going to do whatever it is. So that's the way that I've always thought about this. And that's the way that I've always done it, because I know that even though I may not want to talk to everybody there, and by the time I get home, I'll be like, oh my God, I talked to so many people. I'm not leaving my house for 3 weeks. I made money off of it. So I just put myself in the mindset of it's a job and it's what I have to do to make the money and make, my bills work. So that's the way I do it. And it's like Ashley said, I've had plenty of parties where absolutely nobody was on the live, or just the host or whatever else. And I still do them each and every month. I just keep going and keep going and keep going. And I've built a even bigger customer base off of people who were, in the party or whatever, because I always ask them to join my VIP and whatever. So there's nothing that can happen in my business now to make me stop doing something that's going to benefit my business, if that makes sense. Like nothing there's nothing. If it means that I go to a vendor event with 3 things on hand and a bunch of catalogs, then that's what I'm gonna do. Like just whatever it is, I'm gonna go get it, and I'm not gonna stop.
Man, I absolutely love that, because that will show you that is a true leader mindset right there.
Yep.
A true leader mindset, because again, just like she said, I hate going, like I would hate having a home party. I will take a Facebook party, 10 of them compared to one home party all day. But you know what? When I would have the home parties, I'd suck it up, buttercup, and I'd go do it, because at the end of the day, it was going to move the needle in my business. And there was no choice, because every time I would have one, I would tell myself, I know you don't want to go do this, but it's part of working your business, right? And I think that, a lot of people, what they do is that they let that paralyze them and they don't do it. That is not a leader. That is not a consultant that's trying to master their craft. That is someone that's willing to take an L just because they just don't want to do it. And I say a loss because that is a loss if you don't do it. It's a loss if you don't have a social media strategy. Just because it is not your jam or it is not your thing doesn't mean that you just stop or you don't even try to do it. Like
you just let that fear rob you, because that's what it is.
Yes.
You're being robbed by your own fear. I used to tell Jessica, girl, put some music on, put some crunky music on the way to your party. And
that's what I would do. She would always tell me that, go turn on a good song and go drive over there. And literally that's what I would have to do. Like,
make a playlist.
Yep. Anybody else have anything else? I know we're like over time, but. So we had a good amount of people on here. So again, I'm going to ask you guys, go to your team pages and post an aha, something that you took away from the call, so people that didn't get on know why they should be getting on. And I really, really hope that if you do anything after this call, that you get you a daily checklist. It doesn't have to be mine. It doesn't have to be mine. It doesn't have to be a graphic. It can be a spiral, 99-cent spiral. It can be a spiral you have, sitting, I don't know, somewhere. You probably have a spiral somewhere in that office. I know most of you have spirals that you ain't done nothing with. Get you a checklist. Go back to the 5 income producing activities. Start with 1. Like, what is 1 you want to start making sure that you touch base with every single day? What is most important? And if you want to be an overachiever, do 2, do 3, maybe list out your 5 and 3 ideas that you can do, and then start with 1 and move the needle. But if you sit there and you leave this call and you do absolutely nothing, it did nothing for your business. So thanks for joining us. Lucy, you have anything else?
I just have something to announce for my frontline. If you are on here, I created a Marco Polo group with just my frontline, and I'm announcing it on here just because I messaged everyone. Everyone's like, yeah, but you haven't added me. There's only 3 of you that have added me, so I'm waiting for tomorrow. If not, we're starting this group without you guys. I would really appreciate if you would want to build your business stronger, that you get on there and add me on Marco Polo so I could add you to my frontline group. And it's just me, my frontline group, those that I personally sponsored. I know Jessica's doing the same. I know Marissa is doing the same. I know Kim's doing the same, but I barely started mine. So I'm just waiting. That's all I had. A message to my frontline.
I'm gonna piggyback off of you from that. Those that are my frontline know that I did that. It's been almost about a month. Unfortunately, maybe 4 took that opportunity, and we chat every single day almost. And I will tell you that I am seeing them do things that they never did in their business. So I'm gonna say kudos to you. That is Vanessa, that is Amanda Luna, that is Jordan. I don't know if she's on here right now. And they've done what I've never seen them do in their business, because they've been connected. They come, they hold each other accountable, they give ideas, they're sharing. I chime in when when maybe there's something that they need to ask. There hasn't been much more activity other than that. So what I did just today, and I posted it. So you guys that are on my personal team, no, my group. I opened it up to my group, stars and above. Got to be a star, and I'm going to fuel into leaders that are stars and above. If you are a star and above, I tagged you on that post. If you're committing, and I'm going to be totally honest with you, I love you all, but this is going to be a commitment. You got to show up. If not, I'm going to take you out the Marco Polo group. So if you are a star and above and you want to have that accountability and that connection, then reach out. I'm going to tell you, and maybe they can chime in right now because I see both of them on here right now, that we are in a Marco Polo group. Me, Lucy, Marissa, and Kim. Initially, it started because we were wanting to try to work out, but you can't do anything without, tagging Scentsy along with it. And I'm going to be honest with you, like we talk every single day. Marissa, Kim, how has that helped?
And on point. The thing is, the way I look at it is you got to hang with the people that are doing the things you want to do. And so that's how it's helping me. So I'm shooting for director, period. So I had to hang with some directors. Okay. So that was my thing. And that has really, it's helped me to bounce ideas and to get motivation. Sometimes they keep me accountable. Sometimes they leave me hanging.
Just to add that in there, I just want to say I need them. I can't function without them. Like, even though these last 2-3 days I haven't been on there 100%, but I'm on there, and when I hear their voice, I just like something inside me just like sparks. Like I need that accountability, people. Like I need my Scentsy folks to just make it through the day. So,
and
come on, guys.
I just want to brag on my team, my Marco Polo group. It is lit in my Marco Polo group. I see some of them on here. They may want to say something, but they are helping each other. I mean, answering questions. Like we're in different time zones, and they're just really helping each other. And I love seeing that because I can say something all day long, and 20 reels later, somebody else will say it, and then it'll click for somebody. So that's really what I'm loving about that, is that they're giving and taking in there.
And I love that. Like, that's what inspired me to finally do it for my frontline offer. That is because all the things that Kim comes and shares us of what's going on in her frontline, I'm like, ooh, I want some of that. And I like the fact that it's her whole team. They're helping each other. It's just not probably Kim talking and talking and talking all the time. They're helping one another, and that's what the culture is. That's what we need to build. That type of culture is what we need to build in our team and on our front line and with one another. So yeah, I'm so happy for your team that they're all connected on that. So let's see what else.
Yes. Vanessa says she loves our group. It's not just about Scentsy. It's just nice to come on and see other faces and see someone and say hi. Yep. That's the way we are too. Alrighty. Oh, yay. Chrissy says she booked her first event. Way to go, girl.
Yay. Did y'all announce the world tour $22? Today's the last day to register to get that special kit. I heard they're adding some extra things in that kit. So if you have not registered, you have until 12 midnight to do so.
You could always on register. My team registered 8, and I make 9. Who's gonna match it or beat it?
Way to go.
Hey, quick thing real quick. I am at 97 in my group right now. We are almost to 100, dude. Oh my God.
That is so
freaking out, man. I gotta go get 3 people like today.
Love it.
Janica, we may have one more joining us this week, so that would be 98.
Good, because I'm gonna have to go get them. I can't do it. We got to get 100 right now.
Love it.
All right, y'all have a good night. Love you guys.
All righty, guys. I
All
will
right.
see you next week. Y'all go post on the pages what you took away. Talk to y'all later.
Yeah, I shared
Bye,
it. I
good
shared the
night.
AHA thing. So
Awesome.
Awesome. Good night. Thank